Let's cross now to ALP strategist from Campaign and Communications, Bruce Hawkers in Brisbane, working on Anna Bligh's campaign. Bruce, you heard what Tony Abbott said there, and there's an element of truth to it. It is just going to be so damaging for this government the longer that this goes on and on. There needs to be a resolution, doesn't there?
Yeah, I actually do think it needs to be resolved. I don't think it can go on for too much longer. We're seeing in Queensland, for example, Anna Bligh saying that it's important that this matter be resolved because it's actually affecting the Queensland election campaign, and that's hard enough as it is without federal issues coming in to take over.
Simon Crean says Mr Rudd could have delayed his trip and dealt with that, met with the Prime Minister. What do you think about that option? Was that a possibility? Could have stayed here to deal with it?
Well, with the greatest of respect to Simon Crean, I don't agree with that. I think that the Foreign Minister did exactly what he should be doing, and that is going off representing Australia at a very, very important forum, the G20, where they're discussing issues such as the possible Greek default. He's also got meetings to discuss Syria, a massive international issue that we're seeing play out every day on our screens, and Somalia, the piracy issues there. So, no, I don't think it was appropriate for him to wait around. Australia's interests have to be represented. He put the government before himself in that regard. As to other issues, well, I think it would be inappropriate for a leadership spill to come on while he's over there representing Australia. That's my personal view. I think there would be a sense amongst the Australian public that it was a bit un-Australian for something like that to be pulled on while he was away out of the country. They didn't like the idea of midnight coups when he was removed in 2010, and I don't think they like the idea of things being brought on inappropriately here. If there is going to be some meeting between Kevin Rudd and the Prime Minister, it should be when he returns, I think, and they should have their discussions then, if that's what's going to happen.
Simon Crean says that Kevin Rudd has threatened many challenges in the past, only done it once, but he's talked it up many times and told him to put up or shut up. Do you think he will put up and he will launch the challenge next week?
Well, I don't know, but I do think that this is something which has to be resolved. I think the public believes that this has gone on for too long. I don't think we should be allowing Tony Abbott to take cheap shots at the government and the party. And as I said, it's affecting Anna Bligh's campaign in Queensland. So all those things point to this matter being brought to a head in the near future.
Just one last question, Bruce. You saw the interview that David Spears did with Kevin Rudd off the back of the leaking of that video online. Who do you think leaked it? I mean, there's a conspiracy theory going around that people close to Kevin Rudd leaked it, and it was this effort to try and humanise him. Is there any credibility to that, do you think?
No, that's a conspiracy theory, Kieran. And, conspiracy theories are best left to the mentally unstable, frankly. I think you would be more likely to have faked the moon landing than for Kevin Rudd to have said, look, why don't we put out a video that is embarrassing to me with a view to somehow shedding responsibility for that home to some other quarters in a clever sort of double move. That wasn't the case. I mean, I was with Kevin Rudd on the evening, and he was shocked and very upset about the release of that video.
OK, Bruce Hawker, thank you for your time. We'll chat to you again soon.
Pleasure.